The NBA is a stage where legends are built not just on rings, but on clutch moments, heroic performances, and the relentless heat of scrutiny. Few stars know this as intimately as Boston Celtics' Jayson Tatum. Fresh off a championship season, one would expect praise and respect. Instead, Tatum finds himself at a career crossroads, surrounded by doubters, critics, and an unyielding media spotlight. As the Celtics plunge into enemy territory, down 0-2 against the New York Knicks, the moment is crystal clear. It's now or never for Tatum to silence his harshest critics and rewrite the narrative once and for all. A summer of criticism. Champion, yet doubted last summer, should have been a celebration. Jayson Tatum, the young leader at the helm, delivering Boston its long-awaited championship. Yet, the glow of victory quickly faded as opinion makers picked apart his every move. Consistent media rumblings evolved into a simple, biting narrative. Tatum is accused of shying from the challenge when defenders turn physical, of lacking that indomitable spirit to dominate at will. This isn't just backyard chatter. Major voices like Colin Cowherd have put Tatum under the microscope. On his podcast, The Herd, Cowherd questioned Tatum's mental fortitude, skill without aggressiveness. He doesn't want to finish in traffic. If you can't deliver for Boston in clutch moments, you're not going to deliver for your country. That's what Steve Kerr saw. 2 out of his last 3 attempts he missed. He needs convincing to be aggressive. But does this narrative hold water? Or is there more to Tatum than what the critics? The facts behind the opinion. Tatum's statistical dominance. Here's what gets lost in the hot takes. Tatum's actual impact. He isn't just Boston's most bankable scorer. He consistently leads the Celtics across nearly every major statistical category. In his short career, he's dragged Boston to 5 conference finals and 2 NBA finals appearances. When the stakes were highest against the Bucks in 2023, he detonated for 51 points in Game 7, on the road, in an elimination match. That is the stuff of legend. And yet, whenever Boston underperforms, Tatum becomes the scapegoat, even when playing through injuries. For the current series, with Tatum rumored to be battling a fractured wrist, his struggles, mirrored by the rest of the roster, have only amplified the external noise. The catalyst of the current criticism losing the first 2 games to New York, especially after winning a championship just last year, was never in the Celtics' script. Like clockwork, Tatum's doubters have reignited their campaign, suggesting that he can't carry Boston when adversity hits. This relentless spotlight doesn't just pressure Tatum, but sets the tone for the entire squad. The message is clear. Leadership is measured in crisis, and this is Tatum's trial by fire. The evolving role of NBA superstars, production over precision. There's an old maxim in basketball. Sometimes, the right way isn't celebrated. Basketball purists might admire Tatum's unselfish style, his defense, and his play. But in today's NBA hot take culture, only unstoppable scorers get lionized. Playing the right way is rarely celebrated, one analyst. It's being an unstoppable scorer that wins you hearts, a cold-blooded killer when the season hangs in the balance. Tatum has all the tools. He doesn't need to be that volume scorer every night, but right now, the moment is demanding it. With Boston in a 0-2 hole, heroes are expected to become headline makers. Anything less, and the drumbeat of doubt will only grow. A mental and physical battle. Tatum's injuries and inner drive it's easy to criticize from, but the reality on the court can be brutal. Tatum isn't at 100%. A fractured wrist is a serious obstacle, especially when physical Knicks defenders are crowding his area. But the playoffs are where legacies are cemented, not just by what you accomplish but by what you grind out when your body screams no more. Will Tatum push through, elevating both his level and his team's fortunes? Or will the weight of injury, expectation, and relentless critique prove too? This is the crucible every superstar must face, at least. The immediate challenge. Win or be forgotten. Game 3 and Game 4 are set to unfold with the Knicks, faithful roaring in Madison Square Garden. Down 0-2, Boston's back is firmly against the wall. For Tatum, these next 2 games are more than just playoffs. They're about his place among the greats. Can he rise above the noise, assert his will, and drag Boston back in? History suggests he's capable. But NBA legends aren't made by what they could do. They're crowned for what they deliver when everything's... Boston needs its superstar now. The legacy. How much does one series define a star? Regardless of what's said in podcasts or written in columns, the true stars are judged by how they respond. Tatum's body of work already includes dazzling highs, but the fiercest critics only see Can he flip the script in the world's toughest basketball market? His playoff path will determine whether he's lauded as a champion or blamed as another talent who could never quite conquer his own. Now the question: has Jayson Tatum unfairly borne the brunt of Boston's struggles, or do you agree with those calling for more from their? What will it take for Tatum to permanently silence the doubters? Another legendary scoring night, or just a gritty win when? Sound off in the comments below. Share your predictions, what you'd like to see from Tatum, or simply your belief in Boston's resilience. Don't forget to hit that like button if you believe in Tatum's bounce back, or if you just love him. This is a chapter in Tatum's story no one get. Stay tuned and keep riding this roller coaster with us as the fate of the Celtics and the reputation of one of the league's brightest stars hangs in the balance.